I don't understand why incompetence and silence is so often rewarded by our present government. Is it something I've just started to notice? Or is it something novel? I feel it's something novel. We saw it with Gavin Williamson. We see it with Gillian Keegan, both of them Secretaries of State for Education, both of them mute when we actually want to hear what they've got to say. We actually want a defence of their policies. And meanwhile, it falls to Amanda Spielman to say that Ofsted inspections will continue, and maybe we can tinker with some of the issues about calling for an end to a one-word judgment and all that sort of stuff. No, basically Ofsted needs to be thrown out. It was never good for purpose. The I says, let me read it here, Ofsted was never fit for purpose. Wrong solution to the wrong problems, an authoritarian command and control philosophy to neutralise dissent and divert attention. And one of the things which has come out in the last few days is, and is repeated by the BBC today in a report, is that Amanda Spielman herself was present at the school inspection which led, apparently, to the death of Ruth Perry. Well, the question has to be, why was Spielman there? What on earth did somebody who's got a background in banking, who has never been a teacher as far as I know, certainly not a head teacher, what on earth did she feel she was contributing to being on site? I can't think how she could attribute anything. I know it's perfectly possible to have people on the board who have nothing to do with the business that's being run, like, for example, Richard Sharp in the BBC. But when people are seriously upset by these strange organisations, we have to call them. We have to call their structure into question. We have to ask: are these people actually qualified to do what they do? It doesn't matter whether whether they're told by law it's a legal requirement. It's a legal requirement because the government has put it in place. And otherwise, it's an intrusion into the life of the school. It doesn't seem to do the school very much good, and it causes so much mental anguish. Ruth Perry, her story is horrific, having to keep quiet for 54 odd days while she knew that her school had gone from exceptional to inadequate overnight. She's not the only person in that position. She's not the only person, I'm afraid, who has taken her life because of, apparently because of a school inspection. She's certainly not the only person to have suffered mental anguish because of a school inspection. I know of a number of cases. And as I say, the school inspections by Ofsted bring out the very worst in schools. They bring out the bullies in the staff room. They bring out the bureaucrats who think that bureaucracy and paperwork is more important than teaching. And in the end, it's those people who are winning, and our children and our teaching that is suffering. And we may have a good, outstanding sign by Ofsted. It doesn't mean our children are necessarily getting the best education. And we may indeed even also be producing excellent GCSE and A-level results. It doesn't mean our children are all getting the best education. The best education is provided by teachers who are focused on dealing with the needs that their children present. And a factory-based conveyor belt mentality dictated by people who are not teachers is not necessarily the best way forward.